What's up YouTube, and welcome back to the Safe Zone. My name is Cole, or the Master Reactor, and today we're here with another Anthony Padilla video. This one is I Spent a Day with Dream. Now I want to get this out of the way real quick. A lot of y'all have said this is pretty outdated, and looking at the timestamp, I totally understand why, but I'm still down to watch this anyway because I would love to learn more about Dream. I'm sure like a lot of the origin stuff is still going to be the same. It's just he's going to be a little bit further back in the timeline of Dream's career. But I'm excited to dive into this video. If you're excited for this reaction, please make sure to hit the subscribe button down below. We are trying to hit 590 by the end of the month and 600 by the end of August. We're already super close to 590, so I think we can totally do this. But while you're down there, please make sure to leave a like, as it will always help the channel, and also make sure to leave a comment on what you think I should react to next, or what you thought of the video. I'm always open to suggestions, and I love hearing what you have to say. So let's get to the video.
My name's Anthony Padilla, and today I'll be spending a day with Dream, the immensely popular, beloved, and oft-polarizing faceless creator, to learn what it's like to wear the crown of most rapidly growing Minecrafter on the internet, the highly anticipated face reveal, controversy, and criticism of what Dream's future really looks like. By the end of this video, we'll find out.
What was that blurred image?
Rise to super fame been nothing but blissful as Dream reaps the benefits of stardom while remaining completely anonymous? Or has the expectations and critique from fans and cynics alike proven far too overwhelming to catch even a moment of peace? Hello, Dream.
Hello.
When someone in person asks what you do for a living, what do you say?
Advertising, usually.
Advertising? You're like, I just advertise to 73 million people per video.
For real. I do like the style, but kind of like the drawing.
You went from 1 million
Looks
subscribers on the last day of 2019 to over 22 million in less than
That's
500
crazy.
days. How has that affected you most?
It hasn't changed my everyday life much yet. I feel like it definitely will, like after like a face reveal or something, because that's more when I'm actually doing things. I feel like if it wasn't for COVID, it would have changed my life a lot. COVID kind of started getting big around the time that I started getting big.
So you were competing in popularity with COVID.
Oh God, no, I wouldn't say that.
Has all this attention caused you any kind of struggles at all, or has it really just been chill for you?
It's caused a lot of problems with me and like trust.
Oh really? You have trust issues now?
But I definitely have trust issues now as compared to before. But
it's kind of because you were not sure if people want to get to know you for the reputation you have online versus just wanting to interact with you?
In terms of like your personal life and things, like you can't vent, you can't show your emotions as much, like, oh, who knows if this person's recording you.
True, you just have to sit there with a mask on with a smile constantly so everyone thinks that you're okay. Always. When did you first experience your first spike in growth?
I uploaded a video trying to find PewDiePie's Minecraft seed. Overnight, it got like 100,000 views, and I was like, oh my God,
wow,
this is insane. This video is blowing up.
PewDiePie is just like at the center of everything on the internet.
His series from back then, I remember watching it and being like, wow, like it's like a drama series, but he adds this music and stuff that makes it dramatic.
Oh my God, this is the most intense gameplay.
It's good to know that Dream was inspired by PewDiePie.
When I ended up doing Manhunt down the line, I did that same thing.
You were a developer too, like you coded things behind the scenes in Minecraft?
I think the first thing I coded was a pig exploded like a creeper. It was the first Minecraft video where everything was just going wrong. I was breaking dirt with like a pickaxe, and I was throwing away all my diamonds in the lava, and that definitely was one of the main reasons why I was able to catapult, was because I was doing things that other YouTubers like couldn't do.
So that kind of gave you an edge in a way, it helped you stand out from the probably millions of other people that were at least
I would say more than millions
content at the time.
A really big advantage.
What was your reaction to realizing that you had a viral video, that first time that you saw that a video had like blown up?
I thought, this is awesome, but I can't screw this up.
The first thing you thought about was how you could fail now.
Yeah, my first,
like you had something to lose.
A lot of people can get one viral video. The problem is that using that and turning it into success. I didn't expect it to come this early, but this is my chance right now, right here. And I was like, every moment.
That's something like in the world of TikTok, people can get huge on TikTok for one video and then never be able to do that again, and it all goes downhill. Like, I get that YouTube is a bit of a different sphere because YouTube is a bit more of like a committed thing, but TikTok creators can post like 10 videos, get maybe like 10 or 20 views on all of them, and then post one really good video that gets like 100,000 views. They get like 50,000 followers, and then they post the next video and it gets like 1,000 views, and then 100 views, and then they just fall off the radar instantly. And then over time, people unfollow them on TikTok because TikTok is a very like trendy, you hit or you miss. That's it. I didn't mean to hit or miss. No, no, but it's very like a hit and miss app where like you post a video, you can blow up, but that might be it. And that's why the best content creators are the ones that keep it consistent with bringing something new to the table that people haven't seen, which that's what I love to see on TikTok. And like in Dream's case, he brought something new to the Minecraft community, which was the Minecraft Manhunts with all this like drama and music and just like friends having fun. And it really added like a new tier to the whole Minecraft spectrum that changed the game forever, which I really respect.
Morning, waking up and just like going.
I know this feeling too. Like when we had our first video blow up in like 2005, I was like,
Oh, that's a
"Metal
throwback."
We're not stopping. And it just felt like we had to, almost like if we didn't, then we were wasting that opportunity.
If I don't do this, I'm an idiot. I need to put every single minute right now into it, because if I don't, I will regret it.
Have you taken any breaks since then?
Actually, recently was my first like actual break. I didn't even tell anybody, but there was just 3 days where I just was like not on my phone.
3 days.
Nice.
Yeah, I was like 3 days.
Ooh, I gave myself a 3-day weekend.
I still ended up streaming during the 3 days, but I was like, okay.
Of course. So it wasn't even a break.
Okay.
What I do in my free time now is like considered work, because like I'll be watching YouTube
Right.
videos, and instead of enjoying the video, I'll be going like, okay, well, why'd they do that?
What do you think it is about your content that helps you stand out?
I feel like I didn't blow up because I have this like amazing personality, or because of my looks.
Come
or...
on, Dream, you got an amazing personality.
Yeah, come on,
I think I
Dream.
blew up because of my ideas, the quality of the idea and the execution of the idea versus the
Yeah.
quality of like the
Yeah.
personality.
Do you think you're most well known for your Manhunt videos now?
In this video, I try and speed
I would
run
think
and
so.
beat Minecraft, while my friend does everything in his power to kill me.
Oh, for sure. My most popular ones are manhunts, yeah.
I saw
Yeah.
the other day you were about to release one, and you were about to like do like a premiere for it, and it said something like 600,000 people are
Oh
waiting
my
for this premiere. I was
goodness.
like, holy shit! Does that ever set in for you? And you're like, that is so many people.
Yeah, it definitely has. I mean, I've been sitting there, I think it got up to 800,000 something, and I was like, oh my gosh.
That's
This is
crazy.
insane. That experience of like, wow, there's this many people like watching me right now, like in this moment.
How often you get people theorizing that these Manhunt videos are like completely scripted because they are just, some of the moments in them are just like too good.
My dream!
Oh, that moment was sick. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, every manhunt, obviously, there's probably 100 different videos and posts and saying, oh, this is suspicious. Like, it really is just mostly in how I edit the videos. But if you watch like an uncut version, you'll see
Yeah.
that like a lot of the parts that like are so intense in the video, you're listening to it and without the music and without the cuts, you're just sitting there like, oh, this is kind of boring.
Wait, I'm on fire!
True.
Come on. Wait, I'm on fire! Come on. No.
Oh, George!
It is crazy what
When it
music
hits
can
you into a
do.
moment, you really feel like, wow, this is insane. And then you're watching, oh, he's just running.
Because the pacing of the way that you cut it, it feels like it has like a story arc to it, like in a way
Right.
that scripted.
It's meant to be like a story, because those videos do really well on YouTube. I think that's because a lot of people watch them that don't care about Minecraft.
That's a
because they
really
watch them
good
like they're like an
drawing. Like-
anime or a movie.
They are so captivating that it's like you cannot look away at any moment. It's like a crime to look away.
That's
That's got a
true.
lot to do with the success of them.
Your username, what's your story behind Dream and your white blob?
I think it was just me and Sapnap, actually. We were just like in a call and we were spitballing names, and I came up with Dream On, like Aerosmith, but then ended up morphing into just Dream. The blob character, my girlfriend at the time, this was like 4 years ago,
Oh.
made matching Discord profile pictures. They were very similar to what my blob looks like now. I was going through thinking, oh, I need like a YouTube icon. I was going through like my pictures on my
Oh.
computer, and I saw that and I was like, oh, what? Something similar to that could be kind of good.
Were you concerned at all? Like the name, just Dream, 5 letters, probably impossible to find when you search Dream on the internet.
I wasn't worried because I thought most people would be searching like Dream Minecraft. Everyone knows how to spell Dream. Everyone knows if you say
True.
Dream, it's very memorable and
That's
it's very
fair.
easy to spread.
Almost as catchy and easy to remember as Anthony Padilla.
Oh, of
And
course.
creative, too.
Of
How'd you
course.
come up with that one?
Took some inspiration from my parents. What's the story behind the Dream SMP? I feel like that's kind of what all these other Minecrafters are a part of, who are huge, and it's got your name right in the title.
The Dream SMP, originally, I just wanted to play survival with me and my friends. until
Yeah,
eventually
that's crazy
Tony-
how much that
A couple
evolved.
weeks ago. Don't miss it. Link somewhere. I don't know.
He ended up asking if he could join. Originally, I said no. I was like, nah, because he was such a big troll.
You
watching-
didn't know you wanted him on there.
I didn't. I was like, no, I don't really want.
And little did he know that his trolling would lead to the biggest story arc on the entire SMP. Like, him joining and, like, blowing stuff up, and then starting a war with Dream over discs that Dream stole after he stole stuff, and then that led through an entire like tragedy arc all the way to the end where they defeat and arrest Dream. Like, and that is so insane. Like, just seeing the beginnings and like knowing what happens from them. Like that is just insane to picture.
Want him on here. He's kind of a troll. Maybe that'd be a good thing. He joins and he's trolling. And that adds kind of like a different aspect. There was no name for the SMP, and Tommy was like, I need a name for the titles, and he's like, I'm gonna put Dream SMP because it's clicked. And I was like, okay, that sounds like a great idea.
How does it feel?
That does sound like Tommy.
The Dream SMP isn't just spawning popular Minecrafters, but it's spawning some of the most popular personalities on the entire internet.
I'm honestly not that surprised. When I go through and I add somebody to the SMP, the main things I'm looking for, I don't want them to just be successful in the SMP. I want them to take that and I want them to be successful outside of that, whether it's on YouTube or music or whatever it is that I think this person is talented.
Do you frequently get called the greatest Minecraft player of all time?
I do. I'm not. I'll just say that. I'm definitely not. People always are just comparing people to like other YouTubers because you only know what you see. Probably some 15-year-old kid who spends 12 hours a day grinding Minecraft every day. That's probably the best Minecraft player.
You know, it's probably right.
Now I feel like we got to address the elephant in the room, and I don't mean that one right there. You have no face. Why are you completely faceless?
I just blew up so quickly, and then it kind of became a part of like the fan art and a part of the community so quickly. It was not a calculated move. It was just kind of like something that happened.
You almost didn't have enough time to be like, okay, time to switch up the content, put my face in it. It just kept going.
That's cool.
I feel like it all kind of like came together in this way where it was kind of the perfect storm.
How many people that you know online have ever seen what you look like?
Only a couple. I mean, obviously I live with Sapnap.
But all the other people that you're constantly playing games with have never seen your face? George has never seen your face?
I mean, no.
That's crazy.
I've never said that. People are going to be like, "Oh, come on, George, really?" Like, people.
That's
think
surprising.
That. Who's a really good friend of all of ours, who used to be on the Dream SMP. She sees my face and it's like she brags about it, and like Sapnap will brag about it to George, like as a joke, like, "Oh, haha." Like,
do your IRL friends and family obviously know who you are?
A lot of them do. Not all of them.
Really? So there's some people that you're close-ish
Really?
to that don't know?
I'd say my closest friends and my closest family know. There's definitely people that I'm close-ish with that have no idea, but
has anyone that you
That's
know like
insane.
talked about Dream or Minecraft that you haven't revealed?
oh
your
yeah,
name to?
they're talking about like Minecraft creators and mentioning like the Dream SMP or something, and it's like, okay.
What does that feel like, knowing that you are part of something that someone who knows you well enough to like talk to you in person has no idea?
Hannah Montana.
Yeah, are you like
True.
on the stage and
Take
be
the
like,
wig off.
"It's me, bitch." To what extent do you gotta make sure that you remain anonymous? Like, are you taping over all of your webcams, like your iPhone camera and all
People
that?
do
stuff?
that.
I've done that since like I was young, so it's just kind of like
Oh,
I think when you know about technology, usually you're kind of like iffy about that stuff.
I don't.
That's true.
Please don't hack my webcam, please.
Yeah, I think it's mostly just COVID. Like everyone's so used to like wearing a mask and not going many places.
Has anyone recognized your voice in public?
I don't want to get into it, but
Okay.
you can take that as an answer.
Okay, I'll take that.
So,
Do you
yes.
think remaining faceless has actually contributed to your success?
I think it has, but I think it's more of that it's unique, I guess, so it's something to talk about.
True, that is like one of the things that's attached to your description, I feel.
There's like a lot of mystery, obviously, and that kind of creates some sort of like hype of like, oh, like this is cool, and I think the fan art's really cool. I think
The fan art does
Please
look
don't stop
sick.
doing that once I face reveal. Keep doing that.
Do not stop the fan.
I think the biggest downside is just not being able to express myself fully. I want to be able to do things that you can't do. Like, let's say go and meet people. It's restricting on the things that I can actually do.
That's
And
fair.
being able to like do like TikToks or different forms of content. It hasn't had a negative
Why did they
effect. I
use
think
that
it's had a
TikTok?
positive effect.
Does that make you nervous at all about, when you do a face reveal, there's no turning back? These things aren't necessarily going to be synonymous with you as much as your face?
Not really. The smile mask and all that stuff, that's all going to be part of my brand, even after face reveal. I think it's more so it's just going to be a new
I
chapter.
really like that
I'll be able to
hoodie,
do so many
by the
things
way.
that I haven't been able to do. My goal is to take full advantage of it.
So you plan to do a face reveal. How do you plan to do a face reveal?
I'm not sure. I want to do it with my friends, and I want to do it in some way where people can participate somehow. And so I've thought of like a meetup or some kind of event.
I feel like you could
That's
literally
cool.
sell out like Staples Center.
That
For
just
real.
feels so like self-centered. Like, guys, come see my face. I need money. Like, it just
All you
feels
do
so.
is walk out, and the seats are so far away that they have to look at your face on the jumbotron. But there's fireworks going
Oh my
off.
gosh.
It's like, holy,
Yeah,
it's Dream, and then you just walk into the back, and then you go to sleep.
I'm definitely not doing that.
Yeah, no.
But you could.
I would do it in a way where it wouldn't be the center of things. That feels so cheesy. like how egotistical is this guy? He's like charging you to see his face.
Are you nervous about?
You know what would be like crazy? I wonder if it's happened too. I wonder if Dream has gone to like TwitchCon or VidCon and just walked around and like seen tons of people in like Dream cosplays But imagine like someone walking past Dream and never knowing it. Like that would be insane. Like I listened to this artist Boy with Uke. By the way, they are an amazing artist. Go listen to them. Their music is great. But Boy with Uke like posted on his story on Instagram that like the backs of his audience and was like they'll never know. And I was like that must hurt for them to look at his story and see them looking away from him and not knowing that he was right there. Like that's like that kind of feeling would like destroy me. That would just be so insane.
The first thing people are going to say when they see your face.
Not really. My face has had nothing to do with my content in any way whatsoever. I'm still going to be the same way with that, where it's not going to be, you know, shoved in your face, or like if you follow me on Instagram or something, maybe you'll see it. But like if you're just like a casual viewer, it's going to be no different at all.
Can you get into any of the ideas that
That's
you have
true.
for
That's
what
fair.
you might do after you do your face reveal?
I think the biggest thing is probably just meeting people, being able to do collabs with people
Yeah.
that I wouldn't be able to do now, like Mr. Beast.
The internet will break when there is a Mr. Beast X Dream video.
There's been a
I
few
hope so. That'd
now.
be awesome.
Oh, I mean,
How do you
in
deal
real
with
life, I guess
criticism?
not.
It's weird because I feel like I'm so argumentative, and I just always have been. My go-to whenever somebody criticizes me is always like, "Oh, what an idiot!" Blah, blah, blah. Like, I take it more like, I want to argue with this person because I think they're wrong.
So you find it to like a fun debate?
Sometimes I do, but I feel like it leads to like me being an idiot sometimes because I reply to people that I shouldn't reply to.
So
Right.
people are pestering you, and then they get a reaction from you, and then they're like, "Oh, Dream will interact with me and
Yeah.
anyone who pesters him."
To me, it's just I see somebody say something, it's like, "Oh, that's not true. I'm gonna reply to this."
But you're not taking it personally?
No, I mean, they don't know anything about me. Like they're
I
saying
just realized
something,
there's a
making an
Minecraft
assumption
torch on the
about me or
wall.
Something. It's like, okay, well, you can say what you want. I don't really care.
So there's been some controversy surrounding the legitimacy of one specific speedrunning record that you set, with people claiming that you maliciously hacked the game to give you a competitive edge. And some people have gone as far as to say that this allegation completely delegitimizes your entire career. How has
Yikes.
this all affected you?
It's hard when people say stuff like that, or when people use that as a reason to attack my character or my accomplishments or anything in that way. The one record that was removed from the boards wasn't even a world record. And I had 3 other world records that I had gotten from before.
And those aren't even in
Right.
question, right?
They're not, they've been up for a while. But the thing is, I didn't even upload a video on it. That was just a run I did on my Twitch.
And you're saying that to kind of show that like you didn't do it just for clout, kind of, which is probably what some people are assuming.
In the grand scheme of things, like it's such a small part of my career, I guess, and me as a person. I mean, I handled the situation like horribly. Whenever it originally came out, my response was like, "Oh, you guys are idiots." Blah, blah, blah.
How do you wish that you would have approached that response?
I should have shut off all my devices for a couple days and been like, okay, let me not react with emotion. And
Give
Yeah.
it some time to breathe and then come back to it when you're kind of approaching it from a more level-headed place.
that is kind of a downside of blowing up so quickly, that I wasn't used to like criticism coming in like waves of like tens of thousands of people instead of just
That's
one guy
true.
saying, "Hey,
Yeah.
I don't like that you did this." There was an adjustment period, and I feel like I've definitely since then grown and learned that that's not the right way to approach anything.
Being able to use that situation as something that you can reflect on and say, I wish I would have done it differently. I think that's a huge sign of growth, knowing that you aren't always right. Your first inclination isn't always the correct one.
I feel like when
That
you look
is
at anybody under a
definitely
microscope, you're going to see the
something you have
flaws
to
and the
deal with in
imperfections.
life.
And I think being able to realize that and go, "Hey, I'm not perfect," and try and improve.
What do you think about the discussion that your fans or stans are toxic and that you need to denounce everything transgressive that any of them do?
In every single fan group and in every single group of people in the world, there's going to be bad apples. There's going to be people who say dumb
True.
things and do dumb things. Holding them accountable and calling them out when people do stuff like that is good. But I don't think that it's my responsibility that I'm accountable for everything that anybody who has ever said my name does.
Like with how many
Right.
people you have who are fans of you, who like have you as their display picture in their bio saying dumb stuff online, you would have to say something every single day if you had to address every single thing.
Most time when somebody tweets something or says something that is bad, they're only seen by a couple hundred people, which is like way, way, way less than 1%. And then if I say something about it, then everyone sees it. And so it's like, now,
So it's almost like you bring more attention to it if you address it.
I get so much crap for not
True.
saying stuff about certain things. I'm like, dude, if I say something, it's 100% gonna make it worse. It's one of those disconnects where I feel like people just don't want to accept that there's just some people that are just like screwed up. And obviously, if you have a huge fan base, like let's say 20 million people, there's gonna be a bunch of people
Let's
that
just say-
do bad things. There's also gonna be like millions and millions of people that do amazing things.
How do you feel about people who are fervently trying to deplatform or cancel you? Like every day?
I think it's something that every creator has to deal with. If someone's trying to hold somebody accountable for something that they did, like as an example, something that I would have said in the past or I would have done in the past, and they go, oh wow, this is offensive to me. And people have done in the past, and it's just like, oh yeah, dude, that's not me anymore. I'm sorry.
And then that's when that growth should be rewarded. You know, if we're constantly saying,
I know,
"Wow,
it's
you said
always
that word,"
great
at some point you
to show
defend someone
growth.
saying it, at some point you should never, like you never deserve encouragement to grow, then it's kind of having that opposite effect of what I think many people think they're doing.
Yeah, the biggest thing is just recognizing when somebody is genuinely trying to just tell you, hey, this wasn't cool, versus when somebody's trying to deplatform you for something that you've grown from or you've apologized for. That's a really important thing.
You started reaching beyond Minecraft and dabbling in other fields. You started making music.
I never
True.
would have thought that I'd make music, but I feel like it's one of those outlets where you really can express yourself fully, like your emotions
True.
and how you feel. I never really sang when I was younger, so it's been a lot of learning and experience, but it's been so much fun.
I mean,
On your
hey,
new track,
you
Mask,
sound pretty
it
good.
Sounds like it has a very different sound than your first one. Like you kind of are honing in on your singing sound.
It's way more like genuine to me and
Yeah.
how I feel comfortable singing it. There's much more raw vocals, and there's never raw vocals
Right.
in any song, but raw vocals
True.
are
Oh,
like,
that's perfect. That's no filter, no auto-tune, perfect dream voice. You tend to be pretty private in terms of what you tell the internet about your personal life. Was it kind of an emotional release to get some of these lyrics out there, some of them pertaining to putting up a front of happiness behind your smiley face mask?
even when I was a kid and I was playing Minecraft and I was going through depression and like I said, I was struggling at school, and I would put on the mask and become Dream, and then I'd be happier because I'd be playing with my friends and playing Minecraft.
You almost get to put on a new persona and be a little bit detached
Right.
from any difficult emotions that you're dealing with. You mentioned that you have ADHD and you've kind of had periods in your life where you struggled with that. Masking is a term that's used to describe putting on a front kind
Yeah.
of and like not showing that you have ADHD. Do you feel like that kind of helped influence the song?
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, in the second verse, there's a lyric, they think that I need glasses. I literally was tested for glasses when I was a kid because I was having a lot of trouble in school. I could never pay attention. I was always doodling, I was drawing, I was writing down stuff. I was always doing anything but paying attention. And that's something that happens a lot to people with ADHD because they're trying to figure out, oh, what's wrong? You must be having trouble seeing if he's doing bad in class because I'm having trouble focusing. I had ADHD medication. I was like mad, and I remember pouring it down the drain.
Was it changing the way that you were? Like, did you not feel like yourself on your meds?
I didn't feel like myself because I feel like I was way less creative. Like my mind didn't drift as much. I stopped doing the things that were making me do bad in school, like not drawing.
things that
up
made
Smart, you know, smart. But to touch back a little bit, I just wanted to let him explain a little bit. That's why I didn't pause for a bit. But to touch back on like the putting on a mask thing, I've privated like all the videos because I'm embarrassed of them. But on my old YouTube channel, I used to wear the face mask and glasses on there, and I used to make like Minecraft content, but it was very bad. It would, trust me, you didn't want to see it. It was very bad. And I remember when I started making content, and I think I reached like a really high follower count on my Twitch. Really high. It was like in the tens. But like I reached like I think 20 followers, and I was just like, oh my goodness, this could work. You know, I was young, but I remember after turning off my stream, this face mask and glasses became my source of joy. Sometimes I would literally like off camera put these on whenever I was playing games with friends. That way I could be more lively and chat with my friends. And I remember really struggling with that. And I had to like learn that this is separate from like me feeling happy, because I correlated the mask and glasses with my success, and when I wasn't wearing them I didn't feel like I was being productive, and like it really damaged me a ton when I was like starting content creation. But now that I've like started this channel and I've gotten all the positive support with the mask and glasses, I keep it with the mask and glasses. I take off the mask and glasses and I have success in the real world, and I love myself. I keep myself happy, and I've learned to separate my happiness from the success of my channel, which is a really hard thing to do.
Too bad in school that were distracting you from school were what brought you happiness.
Yeah. And I don't know enough about them to comment on whether that was smart of me to do. I don't want to encourage anybody to do that. I haven't been on like medication for ADHD since then. I feel like it is a unique thing that I'm proud of.
Do you think any of your ADHD symptoms have kind of almost contributed to help you become who you are now as Dream?
I do. I feel like one of my biggest strengths is like I'm creative, and I feel like one of the things that helps me with coming up with ideas and stuff is I can just like run through things. Like I can be like, oh, that's a bad idea, that's a bad idea, and I can go through like 1,000 in like half a second. The same reason that I talk so fast is just because I'm thinking quickly.
And that kind of only happens when it's things that you're excited about, right?
Yeah, no, if I'm excited, I'm just like a million miles a minute. I'm stumbling over my own thoughts. I was explaining because I was like, it's not really like, people a lot of times trying to explain it's like a lack of focus. In reality, it's like you just focus on the wrong things a lot of the time. I can sit there and edit a video for 12 straight hours and then afterwards be like, holy cow, I'm so thirsty, I'm dehydrated, I need to go to the bathroom.
I haven't peed in 6 days.
That could be really like, I'm just fixating.
How does that feel knowing that people are now going to kind of have some insight into this very private part of your life?
It's scary. It's definitely scary.
There it is. I knew you'd be scared about something at some point.
Before my first song, like the day before release, I got so sick, like out of nowhere. I had like a swollen like lymph node in my throat. It's because your body's like you're stressed.
You're like, stress can't affect your body. Meanwhile, you're sad and then mixed water pour out of your eyeballs.
After it was released, I was like so relieved. Hopefully this time, I don't think I'm gonna be as nervous just because I'm more comfortable and I've already gone through it. It is definitely nerve-wracking knowing like I'm putting out there a part of me that I've never really put out there before.
So what's next in your career? Are you
that's awesome growth.
doing music? Are you just strictly Minecrafter for life kind of guy?
If you want, I'll tell you what my next video is, but you have to bleep it out. You can't have it in there.
Okay. Give me the dirt.
My next video, he's gonna say like,
wait, in real life?
In real life, he's gonna be trying to before.
No.
What?
It's like Fear Factor shit.
I know that.
Yeah, sort of.
Oh.
What do you think the biggest misconception is?
Okay, I was thinking of reacting to this. I think I know what he's talking about. I was looking through Sapnap's channel, like looking for a video to react to. And because I found like this was back when I reacted to like the Minecraft food one. But his most recent one, I think it was like Sapnap was like beating Minecraft, but there's bees. I don't remember what the title was. But I remember that like that video, and I was just like, that looks very scary. But I was thinking of reacting to it pretty soon, so if that was what he mentioned, that's perfect timing.
About you.
A lot of people think that I am very, very conceited. And I don't think that I'm conceited.
But wouldn't a conceited person not think they were conceited?
That's true. That's very true. It's very true.
No, I've talked to you a bunch. I don't think that you're conceited. Why do people think you're conceited?
I always try and be like positive and confident. Sometimes can be taken as that way. After like me and Techno did like a duel, and I lost. And I remember after that duel, I was in some stream and I said something along the lines of like, oh, if it was any other day, like I could have won. It's just me trying to convince myself like, oh, like, you can do better than that.
I think that the biggest reason that someone might think that is because it wasn't just you saying, I am going to be better next time. It was almost like saying that you should have and that you deserve to beat someone for it almost. Like if they don't know you personally, if they don't know what you actually mean, those words maybe aren't specific enough for someone to like understand what you really mean.
I definitely realized that when I was looking back and I was like, one of the things where it's just in the back of your mind, like obviously you're going to think that, but saying it is a different thing.
When you say something, you as a content creator should be very, very specific with what you do mean. You know? You can't leave any gray area. You can't leave it up for interpretation.
And that's definitely something that was like an adjustment because I feel like you have to over-explain a lot of things like as a content creator.
All right, you got 5 seconds to shout out or promote anything you want directly into camera. Go.
Shout out to my cat Patches because we never talked about her. She's gonna be jealous, so I have to mention her.
Oh my God.
The best shout out.
Only a small percentage of people that are watching this video is actually subscribed to his channel, to Anthony's channel. You guys need to subscribe right now if you're in that small percentage. Check the button. You may not even know that you're not subscribed. Just check.
Yeah, it's free, and you can always change your mind.
Always change your mind.
There you go. You got it.
After spending the day with Dream, I've come to understand just how overwhelming having millions of eyeballs hyper-focused on your every move can really be. Regardless of if we have a face attached to our identity or not, we all have everyday struggles, and what the rest of the world sees in us is only one aspect of any story.
That was a nice closer. No, I'm not pausing it this time. There's an end credit scene.
Do you disguise your voice in public at all just to make sure it doesn't happen?
I remember one time I did.
You're like, who, me?
Yeah, Dream.
That's what you say too.
I mean, hey, if it works, it works. That's all I gotta say. But, oh my gosh. I love this series so much. y'all are gonna hear this every single time I react to Anthony Padilla, but I love this series because it just opens the world of the YouTuber to the audience, you know? But I've been able to find something to relate to in a lot of these videos, which I absolutely love. But this video was absolutely amazing. I can't wait to watch the next one. Now, I know this was a bit outdated, but I'm pretty caught up on Dream content, so I think I know about what goes on from this point of this video on, and I am so happy that I reacted to this video. So if you're excited for this next reaction, please make sure to hit the subscribe button down below. We're trying to hit 590 by the end of the month and 600 by the end of August. I think that is way more than possible. So if you could just go down and hit the subscribe button, that'd be totally awesome. But while you're down there, please make sure to leave a like, as it will always help the channel, and also make sure to leave a comment on what you think I should react to next, or what you thought of the video. I am always open to suggestions, and I love hearing what you have to say. But this has been amazing. I will see you all next time. Goodbye.